Coming up next on this edition of In the City, Murfreesboro City Schools host a very special camp for a special group of kids. Plus, several residents from the community signed up at Earth Day to take a walking tour of the wastewater treatment plant. And we want all our residents to be safe. In fact, Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department has a project dedicated to being safe. I have all the details to help keep you and your loved ones safe. But first, the Murfreesboro Police Department break ground on a state-of-the-art headquarters on Highland Avenue. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Cecilia Herrell. The Murfreesboro Police Department broke ground on their very new $48 million headquarters in the old Murfreesboro Medical Clinic on Highland Avenue.
This journey began in 2013 when the City Council approved a space needs study. The police department's been located at 302 South Church Street for a long time, and they were out of space. We've in fact had to move out the detective division because the building just simply wasn't big enough. What the space needs study showed us was that we needed about 120,000 square feet over the next 40 years for our police department. The exciting thing that happened then was we recognized an opportunity here at the former Murfreesboro Medical Clinic building, which was about 120,000 square feet. So the ability to acquire this at a lower cost than if we built from the ground up literally is going to save the city millions of dollars.
When I think about the medical clinic, I remember when my boys were 2 weeks old, we came in, I have twins, and I remember walking in here how tired I was. We had one of their fingernails painted red because we were so tired that we wanted to make sure that we didn't mix them up, and we made sure that we knew which one was which. But the medical clinic, this is where my brother had his first job, and so it's really exciting to be here. It would have been easy for us as a council to go through and find a new piece of property to be able to build something new. But I think what's more significant about this today is that we are making the conscious effort about not just building something new. We're looking at improving something that's been such a source of pride in our community, and I think that's something that in this area we're super excited about.
It's not every day that a city, a county, or federal agency builds a new building, which represents the future and houses the men and women of this great police department that we have serving our community. This is a major endeavor, and I want to really thank City Manager Rob Lyons for pushing forward on this, the mayor and the council for supporting our police officers. Just one of the other things that I know that's important about this building is that we're going to have a community room in which the community can come and gather, hold meetings, hold events, and so we want to embrace that and welcome the community into the police department, and that's there for you.
None of this happens without the support of our mayor, our council, our city manager and his staff, the wonderful men and women and families that call Murfreesboro home and make all of this happen by supporting their local law enforcement. So thank you to all of the people who have been a part of that and who continue to support that. This is, if you can imagine it, it's a win-win-win. It's repurposing a facility that's had a storied history in the tradition of our community. It's obviously going to result in a savings of tax dollars, and when it's finished, it will be the finest of police facilities all across this nation for what is, without question, one of the finest police departments in this nation.
1, 2, 3, 4.
After the Murfreesboro Police Department vacates their current headquarters on South Church Street, that will free up 30,000 square feet of office space for other city departments. Murfreesboro City Schools hosted a week-long summer camp for children who otherwise would not have had the chance to experience a summer camp. Camp Boro is truly one of a kind. Murfreesboro City Schools recently offered their very first special needs camp.
We are doing Camp Boro. Camp Boro is an opportunity for children from Murfreesboro City Schools that have special needs from first grade all the way through 6th to get to come and enjoy lots of really cool stuff, lots of fun, and learn and make new friends from the other schools in our district.
The free camp, called Camp Boro, was created by the Special Education Department as a way to give special needs students a chance at attending a summer camp. The summer camp was filled with opportunities to have fun, work on communication skills, and motor skills. Each day, the students were able to experience a different theme and themed activities. I was lucky enough to stop by on Animal Day, while the kids were able to ride horses throughout the parking lot. Over 30 students attended and 60 volunteers helped make the first Camp Boro a success.
We have volunteers that are teachers in our district, to our supervisor, our special education supervisor, Joe Marlin. He's volunteered his time every single day as well. So we have people from teachers all the way to parents volunteering. We have a nurse that's volunteering, anyone that wants to join in and help the students.
The camp and transportation was at no expense to families, which was made possible by generous donors and businesses throughout Murfreesboro. If you want more information on Camp Boro or Murfreesboro City Schools, you can visit cityschools.net. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. With growing federal and state pressures on wastewater treatment plants to improve the quality of their product they return back to the river, the plant wants to show the public how the water is treated biologically without adding any chemicals.
This past Earth Day, the Stormwater Department offered a rain barrel workshop hosted by the wastewater treatment plant. All participants received a free rain barrel and a guided tour of the facility. About 20 people signed up and were there for the tour. Steve Huffman, pre-treatment coordinator, began by showing a PowerPoint presentation of the east and west fork of Stones River and why the river forks are crucial to the water plant and wastewater facility.
Well, let's get started. Again, the theme of this workshop today is water. Stormwater, our effluent water, and our drinking water all come from one supply. We are a grade 4 plant, which is the highest grade you can have in the state of Tennessee. All cities will have a wastewater treatment plant, but they're all going to be different. This is one that we felt was best for our city and our town at the time we was doing the construction. But all plants will have in common is some sort of biological treatment. Again, our population right now is 120,000, and then 42,000 are our wastewater customers. And then here is wastewater. This is where we're putting, this is our wastewater plant, and you can see the small little body of water that we're putting our effluent back into, and then the East Fork and the West Fork are finally going to merge together, and they're going to form Percy Priest Lake. So again, that's why we want to make sure we're good stewards, because we have downstream users that pull out of that for their own drinking water and recreational purposes.
Anthony Pollock, master plant operator, gave the tour and answered questions. The tour began at the primary treatment facility, also known as Headworks. Removing inorganics. The wastewater first enters a building called Headworks. This is where rotary screens and step screens filter out the inorganics. Inorganics are anything that can't be broken down biologically, such as plastics, rags, baby wipes, etc.
We got all the inorganics out now, so anything that's made its way to the plant that we don't want impeding the biological process, we've pulled out in the Headworks. This is our newest Headworks.
Oxidation ditches. After the headworks, the wastewater goes to oxidation ditches, where wastewater is introduced to microorganisms also known as bugs. Bugs break down the ammonia and solid material that are in the wastewater. Aerators add oxygen to create the perfect habitat for the bugs, so they can consume the waste efficiently and without the use of chemicals.
This is where all of our microorganisms are, and bacteria that's basically doing all the work for us. We're measuring the oxygen that we're trying to give to the bacteria and the bugs to do the treatment. So all throughout this race car track, basically, there's trillions and trillions of microorganisms and bacteria that we're trying to just create the correct habitat for what we're trying to pull out.
They're ready for that. That's awesome.
Clarifiers. The wastewater travels to the clarifiers for settlement. The velocity is controlled so it is still and less turbulent. This allows the solids and microorganisms to settle to the bottom, where they can be pumped back to the oxidation ditch or sent to sludge holding and dewatered.
The main purpose for a clarifier is liquid-solid separation. At the very bottom, this is a roughly 17-foot deep. There's big rubber drags down there. The floor is concave, sloped into the center, and that's what's helping push all of those solids and microorganisms to the center so they can be in turn pumped back up for further treatment. It takes roughly an hour for it to get around, so it's just constantly pushing everything back towards the center.
The water flows over V-notch weirs that work like a dam, and it travels to the next treatment process. Sand filter.
So our next step after biological treatment, after we've had everything settle out, return back up for treatment, it flows through our tertiary treatment, which is deep bed sand filters, exactly like what you would think. In the bottom, there's different size media that it flows through from top to bottom that catches any solids that have gotten over from the secondary clarifiers.
Occasionally, the system is backwashed to clean the media and send the solid material back to the oxidation ditches. Ultraviolet light disinfection. Water then gets disinfected by traveling through ultraviolet light. Two channels allow the water to flow past banks of UV lights, which disrupts the DNA code in the bacteria to prevent reproduction. Aeration.
So after all of our treatment's done, we've settled, we've filtered, we've disinfected with UV. This is our kind of a final stage here before it's been released to the river.
The last phase of the treatment process is post-air. This is where aerators pump air into the water. This guarantees that oxygen-rich water is released into the receiving stream to promote healthy aquatic life. Receiving stream. The final product is clean water, rich in oxygen, that is released into the West Fork of Stones River.
So this is, at the very end, this is where we're putting back into the Stones River, as Steve Huffman talked about up on the slideshow. I think the low flow for this river is only about 200,000 gallons a day. I mean, they call it a river, but it's almost like a creek. That's why our permit here at Murfreesboro is so strict of what they allow us to put back in. That's why what we send out is high quality effluent. Like I said, we're creating a product here that's beneficial for the city of Murfreesboro. If you kind of look out, you can look to the right through the tree, you can almost kind of see the clarity of the water, and then look to the left, which is, we're blending it, but look to the left, you can basically see right down on a cloudy day, you can see basically straight to the bottom.
After the tour, Robert Haley conducted the Rain Barrel Workshop, where he stressed the importance of preventing stormwater runoff and the benefits of rain barrels. All participants took home a complimentary rain barrel.
Murfreesboro is always striving to keep our residents safe. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department recently walked local neighborhoods to install free smoke alarms to residents. Do you know what Project S.A.F.E is? It means smoke alarms for everyone. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department, local volunteers from the American Red Cross, and teens from Experience Community Church recently partnered together to provide and install free smoke alarms around the city of Murfreesboro.
We're really thankful for this partnership that we developed with the American Red Cross and the local volunteers from that organization. And then it's also nice for other groups to step in and say, hey, I want to help my community, you know, make it a safer area for all. So it's great when we can all come together for something like this.
The partnership is a part of an ongoing effort between MFRD and the American Red Cross to equip high-risk areas in Murfreesboro with working smoke alarms. The students from Experience Community Church were excited to come along and help out their community. According to Fire Marshal Carl Pease, having the correct amount of working smoke alarms in your home could cut your fire death risk in half.
Definitely want to make sure that you have one inside every bedroom or just outside the bedrooms, and want to make sure that you have one in a common area such as a den or living room. You don't want to put one too close to the kitchen because you have so many false alarms associated with that. So it's not a good idea to put one in that area of your home.
MFRD is always striving to keep the residents in our community safe.
So in a period of 4 days, for 4 hours a day, we actually ended up installing 110 alarms, which is great. We're very pleased with those results.
If you live in the city of Murfreesboro and would like smoke alarms installed in your home, please contact MFRD Administration Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at 615-893-1422. MFRD even has specialty smoke alarms for the hearing or visually impaired.
As far as the specialty alarms, we have what we call a bed shaker. And so someone who is hearing impaired, it's actually kind of like an alarm clock, and they can put a device under their mattress and it will coincide with their other smoke alarm in the home and pick up on that, and it will shake the bed so much so that it wakes the person up. And as far as the hearing impaired, we also have strobe alarms so that it will emit a heavy light when there's an issue in the home.
Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Did you know the city actually has 8 four-legged employees? The Murfreesboro Police Department has 8 police dogs, and I was lucky enough to see one special canine in action.
St. Clair Street Senior Center recently had a special guest. The Murfreesboro Police Department brought one of their 4-legged employees to visit. Boomer is not an ordinary German Shepherd. He actually detects explosives. The seniors even had a chance to see Boomer in action. He was able to find the scent of explosives in the classroom for everyone to see.
Anytime the officers come, it's one of our most popular programs. They really do like to see that the programs that they're offering, you know, they're all about them. They're about what's happening in their lives, how they're being kept safe in the community. So, yeah, having the officers here is one of our most important programs and most popular.
Boomer is one of 8 dogs the department has on staff, but he is the only explosive detecting dog. The department has 3 drug detection dogs that pick up on 4 different drug scents, 3 patrol dogs, and 1 non-aggressive tracking dog. All of the dogs are maintained by the city, including vet, food, shelter, and grooming cost. The dogs are housed with their handlers, who they have a very close relationship with. Several of the dogs even have their very own protective vests for safety. Many people wonder about the dogs' health while being in the patrol cars all day. But don't worry, the vehicles are specially equipped with temperature monitoring devices that protect the dogs even in the event of vehicle engine failure. These dogs all have special talents and are valuable assets to the department. The seniors enjoyed learning about Boomer and how he benefits the city of Murfreesboro. For more information on Murfreesboro Police Department or St. Clair Street Senior Center, you can visit our website anytime at murfreesborotn.gov. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Habitat for Humanity recently dedicated their 135th home to the very deserving Swader family on Richardson Avenue, and we found out the amazing partnerships it takes for one of these houses to be built.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 35th house dedication for the Swader family. Let me tell you a little bit about Kamisha. A house can transform a community. Someone's determination can transform their life. And Kamisha changed before our eyes literally in a matter of weeks. And I was amazed in all of you, and I'm proud of you for your journey. Thank you. And just know that you are going to be an excellent example of what a Habitat homeowner should be.
We're going to present this Bible. We know that you all already have a relationship with the Lord, yes. But this is a special Bible because it comes along with the house and it has your name on it. And we're just going to believe that you're not only going to just bathe yourself in prayer, but anybody that comes in your house is going to be a blessing along with the Lord.
We're here to present to you some housewarming gifts. So I've got you a bag of paintings to adorn your wall from me and my co-artist at Painting with a Twist. And us and the ladies at the Pottery Place have designed you some personalized place settings for you and Ladarian. Thank you. And we just want to say congratulations, and we hope that every day is filled with love and memories in this home.
Ladarian, he always worked hard. He started out, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And then as the season went along, Ladarian was just wearing it out, just started getting better and better. He wasn't my best shooter, but you could always depend on Ladarian to be at practice, and you could always depend on Ladarian to say yes sir, no sir, speak politely, and he was also awesome, great man.
First of all, I bring you greetings on behalf of Mayor Shane McFarland and the City Council of Murfreesboro. They have a great belief in the strength of neighborhoods, and so they're committed to improving the neighborhoods. Beth Smith, the late Beth Smith, was my great friend, and we talked often about how you improve neighborhoods one house at a time, and so this is one of those houses, and we're so proud that the city of Murfreesboro can be part of that.
For us, this was part of a $300,000 grant for construction of 15 houses. This is one of the 15, and that was through Pinnacle Bank, our member who utilizes the funding and who provides that funding to Habitat. I don't think anyone from Pinnacle is here tonight, but I can tell you this, they are a community-minded institution. They don't just do this kind of thing in Murfreesboro. They do it in bigger and bigger parts of the state all the time, so we need to recognize their contribution.
On behalf of all of our associates at St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital, though, I'd like to offer our words of congratulations to Commissioner Ladarian for this beautiful new home. And as we've heard, it really took a partnership to get this home built. And I would like to just express my appreciation to those of you that came out and volunteered of your time and talents.
1, 2, 3.
If you think you or someone you know might qualify for this program and you live in Murfreesboro's city limits, please call the Community Development Office at 615-890-4660. I'm sure anyone would love to ride around in a brand new free Mustang, right? Well, the City of Murfreesboro Golf Department is giving you the opportunity.
We have a new event that we've come up with. It's kind of a fundraising event for our junior programs here at Bloomfield Links. Something that we've never done before, but it's called Ace the Majors. Our presenting sponsor this year, first year, but is Ford of Murfreesboro, and they're putting up a Ford Mustang for us to shoot at as far as a hole-in-one. So the way this is going to work, the weekends of those major events, which we've already had a couple, the Masters, the US Open, the British Open, the PGA Championship, and this year, for the first time in over 100 years, the golf is going to be in the Olympics. Those weekends you can come over to Bloomfield, and for $10 you can play all day long, many times as you want, and it includes your fee for the golf and also for the contest for closest to the hole. There's 6 holes here at Bloomfield, so we're trying to get 6 winners each weekend. We're going to have a shootout after we get those 30 qualifiers August the 20th, the week after the Olympics. Anybody that makes a hole-in-one of those 30 on that day would win the car. The chances of winning the car obviously are pretty tough, but it's still a good shot. It's going to be somewhere over 160 yards, 160, 165 yards. It'll be here at Bloomfield. Each one of those qualifiers is going to get a prize package also. And if nobody wins the car, Titleist has put up a set of irons for the closest to the hole just of those 30. We would just ask that you come out and play. You're going to improve your game, you're going to support a good cause, and then you have a chance of winning maybe the car of your dreams, or at least a new set of irons to be able to play with. So the upcoming events is the British Open, which will be the weekend of July 16th and 17th. And then 2 weeks later, the PGA will be the 30th and the 31st. The Olympics weekend will be the 13th and 14th of August. And then the very next weekend on Saturday, the 20th, is when we'll have the big shootout. Very exciting stuff going on, and this is just one of the ways that we're trying to get people to participate. For more information, you can just call the golf shop at Old Fort at 896-2448 or 849-2624. The dates should be up on our website as well, oldfortgolfclub.com.
Do you enjoy taking selfies? I know I do. We always see people taking pictures everywhere on their smartphones, right? Well, how about taking selfies in front of historic sites right here in your city? The city of Murfreesboro is a beautiful place to explore and full of history.
The city of Murfreesboro is always thinking of ways to keep residents active in the community. The Parks and Recreation Department and MTSU's History Department have developed a program linking history, education, and wellness together. The result was the historic Selfie scavenger hunt.
It was amazing to find how much history Murfreesboro has and how little we knew about it.
This award-winning program will motivate the public to become more active while learning about the rich history of Murfreesboro in the process. The program includes 5 walks routed by 5 different historic sites around the city of Murfreesboro. The MTSU History Department will provide historical research for each site in the registration packet.
Our 5 starting sites and partners are the Stones River Battlefield, MTSU of course, the Wilderness Station at Barfield Crescent Park. We also have the Oaklands Mansion and Patterson Park. So those are our 5 starting points, and where you end up is kind of a little surprise.
Clues and GPS coordinates will also be provided. So how do you prove you completed the scavenger hunt? Well, the name says it all. Just snap a selfie at each historic site and email it to Sportscom. When you complete the scavenger hunt, you will even receive a prize. The historic selfie scavenger hunt is $25 and you can register at Sportscom or the Wilderness Station. Registration begins August 1st and the scavenger hunt will take place between August 6th and October 29th. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Here's an array of parks and recreation programs that you don't want to miss out on this summer. Flick and Float. Come join us for a free movie at Boro Beach. Bring your own float for the pool or a blanket to watch poolside. Refreshments are available for purchase also. And ages children 12 years and under are welcomed with a parent. Wednesday, July 13th at 7 p.m. and the movie begins at 8:30 p.m. at Boro Beach. $4 for adults and $3 for youth and seniors. So now we have our Island Fun Run. Help us celebrate National Parks and Recreation Month with a fun run on the island. Music, prizes, and free for all ages. Run or walk the 1-mile route as many times as you'd like. This will happen on Friday, July 15th, 7 to 8 p.m. at Gateway Island Trail. The end of summer luau is right around the corner. With summer drawing to an end, what better way to start the new school year than a luau-themed swim party? There will be food, a craft, and lots of swimming. This will be on Friday, August 5th, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. for ages 7 through 13 at Patterson Park Pool. And did I mention it's free? Next, we have the Back to School Bash. Come join the Murfreesboro City Schools at their annual Back to School Bash. Enjoy entertainment, games, giveaways, and much more. Bring a picnic lunch, your camera, and enjoy the day. This is available for all ages Saturday, August 6th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Cannonsburg Village. We also have a free summer concert, creatively infusing a Mumford & Sons bluegrass flavor and a rock and roll vibe. The band Grizzly Goat has created a new music genre in their own right. Join in the fun for an outdoor free summer concert. It will be fun for the whole family. This will be Friday, August 12th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Wilderness Station at Barfield Crescent Park. The third Friday night concert and cruise-in. Come out and bring your lawn chairs, a blanket, a picnic, and join us for some outdoor music and maybe even some dancing. This will be Fridays, July 15th and August 19th from 7 to 9 p.m. It's free for all ages and it'll be located at Cannonsburg Village. Murph's Fun Run. Run, walk, or hop 1 mile around the Gateway Island and help out Murfreesboro City Schools. Every finisher will receive a Murph's Fun Run medal, and souvenir t-shirts will be available for purchase. This will be on Saturday, August 20th, 9 a.m. at Gateway Island and Trail. Kids of all ages are welcome, and you can register on site the day of the race. If you have any questions about any of these fun events, call the Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation main office at 615-890-5333, and they will be able to answer your question or direct you to the place that will. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro, you can always visit our website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see one of the stories that you've seen today, or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Cecilia Herrell, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.